We certainly do. Welcome. I'm Sonny Dixon, and we do want to welcome you to this salute to the Grand Marshal, Eddie Fahey. You know, you've gone in the short span of a few weeks from a man who, I guess you've lived your life basically with everybody mispronouncing your name.
Very much so.
And now you've probably achieved a level of fame where, I mean, if the election were held tomorrow, you could probably be elected mayor or governor or bishop, I suppose. How does it feel?
Well, I don't think the bishop's got any problems, but O'Brien might be in trouble. But it's a great feeling, it really is. And like you say, I've never been in the limelight before, and I'm getting to enjoy it, so people better look out.
But you know what, we've all observed, as Savannahans, as long as we lived, I guess, all these different St. Patrick's Day celebrations, and I don't know when I've seen a more genuine outpouring of affection for somebody than we've seen for Eddie Fahey. And it is
Fahey.
Clear that up once and for all.
Fahey. See, it's very simple. If you got money, it's Fahey, and if you're poor like me, it's Fahey.
So it's Fahey, okay.
That's right, you got to hear it.
Well, you're rich in the love of Savannah's Irish, and of course, the Grand Marshal Eddie Fahey is well known now.
Yeah.
But I wonder how many people realize that he gains perhaps a place in, shall we say, Irish Savannah infamy, along with a few others at the Sinn Féin about 16 years ago. We'll take a look at some video right here. See if you recall this. Tell me about it, Eddie.
Well, you know, the youngest member gets to light the green grips, and we had an overzealous group this year, you know. And
this was in the mid-'80s, right?
Right. And we set the...
Excuse me.
We really played havoc there, I'll tell you. But I don't know, I gained a lot of fame. I had a man call me from Chicago and everywhere else. So,
you made the national news that day.
That's right.
You certainly did. Well, I tell you what, being Grand Marshal, of course, is the most significant thing, for the significant achievement that you can really come across in the Irish community. How did you actually come to earn this status? How perhaps did you get here?
Being nice to people, I think. You got to be the same way all the time. I would have never put my name up if I didn't think that I could run a good race. Don't get me wrong now. I didn't think I'd have a walkover. I ran against a very good gentleman, and but I would have never tried it if I didn't think.
Being nice to people.
That's all.
A whole lot of people for a whole lot of years. Well, there was an election for Grand Marshal, and our Ryan Young was there. Let's take a look.
The streets overflow with people as the hostess city opens her arms for one of the biggest St. Patrick's Day celebrations in the country.
It's like one of the greatest days of the year.
Well, as they say, on St. Patrick's Day, everybody is Irish, and that's really good because we have people come from all over.
The parade leaves many green in envy, but before the parade starts down Abercorn, a Grand Marshal has to be decided on. This year's top candidates, Tom Coleman and Edward Fahey.
It's another campaign, and it will thankfully be decided in a couple hours.
This is the day you've been waiting on all your life. Good to see you, you know, and running against a good man. But
one voter says this year's race may be too close to call.
No idea. It's one of the first times I've ever had a feeling. I just don't know who's going to win.
The doors stayed closed for more than an hour as the parade committee voted. But in the end, Eddie Fahey became this year's Grand Marshal.
I've been watching the parade since I was 4 years old.
And after more than 50 years of involvement with the parade, Fahey is humbled to receive its highest honor.
The greatest thing that's ever happened to me. I think any Irishman would be more than proud to have it.
And this year's Marshal already has something he wants parade goers to keep in mind.
And I hope we do it in a family way, everybody enjoy themselves, and do it in moderation.
Eddie Fahey, this year's St. Patrick's Day Grand Marshal. Ryan Young, WTOC News.
Ryan Young, we thank you, but it is Fahey. How did that feel that day?
Oh, words couldn't describe it. I cried. I really did. It took me a while to get myself together before I could even talk to him.
Well, I think you fulfilled the expectations, more so, of everybody who voted for you on that day, and more. So we're going to be back with more of the salute to the Grand Marshal.